here, and we got drafted to the Kansas City Chiefs. I only showed y'all high school football. I didn't show y'all the college one, but I was on the Florida Alligator, something like that team. And then I got off the team and I went to the draft and they drafted me.
It's week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Oh, good-looking return setup here. The Chiefs take over first.
So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. And now will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
By the way, I'm the quarterback.
From the 34
yeah, I'm
now,
number
here's
6.
first and 10.
Just to let y'all know.
From the gun, Harris escaping the pressure right. That one caught by
Tyreek. Let's go. Let's go.
Do what we do. Do what we do.
And all in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, first and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards as the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
And it's third down.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
No,
to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Herbert hooking up with Henry that time for the Charger first.
Down Chargers.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I'm doing
on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
Brings up second and a yard.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
42-yard line.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 13 carries, 81 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. Even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Here's Herbert now on second down. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Justin
Herbert starts to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long. Suddenly, the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle
man.
My
God.
That one complete to Joe Reed. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's all right.
Big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Joe Reed.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
KC offense
Alright, let's see what I can do, bro.
For their next drive. And last time
I'm at 83 overall.
One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Think no.
And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time.
You're not blocking, block, bro. It's a superstar blocker, and you're not doing nothing, bro.
Harris to throw on 3rd down.
Get it, let's go.
He's going to find Hill here. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Harris now on 1st down. He's going to take off with it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The escapability in evidence
no,
there.
I'm playing this year.
Good for 15 and a 1st.
Man, defensively,
I got drafted to the
They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll roll him out right.
And now we
one to Hill. And all the way in for
the Kansas Hill especially.
His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to him until defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
A shotgun snap for Herbert.
Let's go, good defense,
His
bro.
hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Oh man, if they do what wasn't there, I would have been gone, bro.
18 yards.
I would have been so gone, bro.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But
oh my God!
And that's great. They'd be
no,
in the
I just called it over somebody here.
To be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Williams. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Number 26.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He's going to take off with it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. 3 tight ends to the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll run it with Williams. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
For the point after.
On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The 1st down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too, because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger offense making their way back out there. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Operating from the gun, Harris. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Joe Reed, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
Joe Reed, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's taken down. A Chiefs save.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. So we have come to half. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. So that one will be accepted. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 52 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point up and through. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
First down.
Controller died.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
From the gun, Herbert. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that, man.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on.
Oh, imagine if he did that. I promise you, imagine if he did that.
Openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Throwing again. Harris eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30.
Oh my God,
finally
bro.
taken down at the 15.
Both of y'all
A game there of 30 big ones.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, but things are going right. They are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it.
Oh, that might have been.
And
Oh
that'll
my
be knocked
God.
away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. But it'll be 2nd down. To throw again. Harris. He'll buy some time right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I'm going to do a run.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try and pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He got Jalen Hurts,
he got he's short of the line he needed. It's a gain of 5, and it'll lead to a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run.
So
and the
cold,
Chiefs
bro.
add on to their lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No, Davis from the top rope. I like it. They'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Listen, bud.
First, I'd rather see him get the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. And Charles, this is one of those inexcusable special teams penalties, an out-of-bounds kickoff.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Sometimes errors occur because of situations.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 40. Operating from the gun. Herbert, and lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Chargers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Herbert. Allen's got it over the middle. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Oh, yeah,
they snap it to Herbert. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game.
Let's go, push down. Get out of here, Jalen. Don't try to tackle me.
Takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done. But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like Something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
They're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Automatic first down.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there. First down.
First down, Chargers.
Operating from the gun. Herbert got a man over the middle.
Oh my God, bro. You look to push him, brother.
That one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
I'm just pressing faster
passes when they're going that fast. Any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And he's going to go down again. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack.
Oh, that's the win. I thought that was a running
back. This offensive line is happening. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Until I.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot him now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. Now, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general
man, I would have been gone.
Anyway,
man, I would have been gone.
Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore because he is really having a heck of a ball game.
Yeah, let's go.
He is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. They run it again with Williams. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
No,
and he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Oh, let's go. Oh, let's go.
And they are going to score again.
Fight that, bro.
As they just added their totals.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
And he's got it up and through. Just a 4-play drive that time. And in the end, it was all capped off by the Damian Williams touchdown run.
Here you go, bro.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. Herbert on first down now. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
That should be a safety.
Frank Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And that is incomplete.
Herbert's pass. Intended for
the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league. It's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Oh, he sheds himself free. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Block for me, guys. Block for me.
Now Williams.
Block for me. Go. Oh my God. Team rate.
That goes for the Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
the City Chiefs.
Give me the That's ball game. Let's go. 51-7.
Charles, it's one thing to win, it's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.
Man, the dudes I haven't playing, bro, man.
Great about themselves, can they?
They get played.
That number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.
One of the signs you've made it in the NFL is when you're up behind that podium answering questions during a post-game press conference. To be honest, during my first one, I wasn't even thinking enough to be nervous. And that might have been a good thing.
Your path to become a starter, practice squad. I'm gonna say mental toughness. It wasn't easy spending an entire year not playing, but I feel like I'm a stronger player mentally now that. Bro.
My response was mostly reflexive as the adrenaline was still buzzing through my system, but rewatching the interview again later, I realized the meaning of what I'd unconsciously said. See, football is as much a mental sport as a physical one.
I gotta get my overall look. Player card. How much skill points? 1 skill point. I'm gonna get it over. I'm gonna do it on Scrambler. Alright guys, that is gonna be the India video. I'll see you guys later. And I'll shoot another video tomorrow. Leave a thumbs up, comment, yes sir. And we talked